All right. Yeah, we're live. Okay, cool. All right, hey, what's up, everybody? How you guys doing today? Just want to have a chill stream today. Talk about some Hideo Kojima news. You know, we're gonna be talking about just some things that he's been tweeting and some of like the rumors and news about Xbox, the cloud games he's gonna make. What else? The Blue Box Game Studios thing, which we'll see where we're standing on that at this point. And just like a lot of little things, just talking about a little bit of the history of this guy and some of the games. But today I actually have a buddy with me, which I really appreciate for him to come on the show today and talking with me about this, because this is one of the only people I know who was excited about Death Stranding's collector edition coming with a BB figure. So yeah, my buddy Pedro, say what's up.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm Pedro. Just like you said, I'm a big fan. Hideo's my dude. I have to talk about it.
Hell yeah. All right, yeah. So man, I just wanted to start off with just like some intro stuff. You know, just talking about Hideo himself, because he tweeted earlier, I think today it was or yesterday, but yeah, he was just talking about like Metal Gear Solid and like how he started and everything. And he was mentioning the fact that he was 23 years old when this thing came out, which honestly I did not know that. And it was on the MSX, I believe he said. Yeah, the MSX. Yeah, what do you think about that? Have you ever played the original Metal Gears?
I've never. I think I've played them because they came with the collection on the 360. So like I played like a little bit of it, but never beat it. But also blown away that he was 23 when this came out, because I'm 23 right now, and I can't imagine. I can't imagine creating or working on a game like that. So that's pretty insane to me.
Yeah.
Dude
Yeah.
was grinding.
Wait, was that game in the collection? Those games? Wait, which collection are you talking about?
Because the collection on the 360, or which is the one I had, came with Snake Eater, came with Metal Gear Solid 2, Metal Gear Solid 1, and then it had the classics.
Oh, okay.
Like, or one of the classics.
Do you know if this is the one that Blue Point made? Is that the one you're talking about?
It's possible. It's possible. I'm not sure though.
Let me double check.
I can pull it up for sure.
Yeah. MGS 1 and 2 HD. Someone says. Thanks, Caleb. So yeah, I think that's the one. I think that's the one you're talking about. It's the one that Blue Point made. So yeah. Yeah, the only thing is, yeah, I've never played the original Metal Gear. So Metal Gear 1 and 2, I believe, there was two games that were like the 2D games before Metal Gear Solid was made, which came out on PS1, I believe, right?
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Interesting. And I believe actually that Blue Point game, that's the only time Blue Point has ever published a game on Xbox, because they've only worked with PlayStation ever since. So they've made the remake of Demon's Souls. Those guys.
Wow.
Yeah, those guys. So.
I didn't even know that. That's insane.
Yeah, Demon's Souls, the Shadow of the Colossus remake, the ports of Uncharted 1 through 3 to the PS4. Yeah, so they've been working heavily with PlayStation, but obviously they, worked with Kojima on that thing. But the reason I'm even mentioning this is because there's big rumors that Sony's going to purchase that studio. So, yeah, just interesting.
I can definitely see that happening.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, someone's saying they have the Legacy collection for PS3. Yeah, I actually have the collection, I believe, on Vita. I think that same collection came out on Vita, so yeah, I have that one. But yeah, I've never played the original Metal Gear 2. So yeah, what's the first game you played from Hideo Kojima? I believe he has other games other than Metal Gear. Obviously, I know Death Stranding and things like that, but I'm not. Do you know what the other games are? I forget.
He's the Elder. They're not Elder. Elden. I fucking forget the name. But he worked on Police Knots. What else? There's something else. There's one that that a lot of people like. It's like a shooter in space.
A shooter in space.
Yeah.
What is this?
It had like an anime tied to it.
Which one is that?
Pull it up right now.
Zone of Enders?
Yeah, Zone Enders.
Zone of the Enders. Oh, okay.
Zone of the Enders. Yep.
Interesting. So is it an adaptation of anime?
From what I understand, I think they tie into each other, but I'm not sure which came first.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, no, I'm just looking at it. Yeah, he designed it, produced it. Okay. This is in 2001 and 2003. I wonder if he worked in 2003 one also. Yeah, okay. Yeah, so listen, I'm not like a huge purist. Like I definitely just like him as a creator. I never really like played Zone of the Enders or the original Metal Gear games. So
Exactly.
yeah. What was the first game you played of his? I forgot.
Yeah, absolutely. When I was a freshman in high school, I had this class with this dude, and one day I don't know how it came up, but he started talking about Metal Gear Solid,
Yeah.
and that's when I was like, huh, this seems interesting. He didn't tell me much though. He just was like raving about it and telling me I had to play it. So I copped that collection for the 360, and the first one I touched, the first one I actually played was Metal Gear Solid 3 or Snake Eater.
Yeah.
So that was my first experience with Metal Gear Solid. And at first, like I literally came into it like blind. Like I didn't know what it was. I thought like at first it was just like an espionage game. Like it was just like spy shit.
Yeah.
But then I got to the first boss, and then I was mind blown. Like I was just like enthralled. I just got consumed by it. 'Cause I was like, what the heck? This guy has like all this stuff. Yeah. So at that point, I was like, okay, this is something different. This is amazing.
Yeah, same here, bro. I've always knew what Metal Gear was, but as a kid, I always thought it was like serious. Like I'm not saying it's not serious, but like I could see like the wackiness of these games. I mean, you could agree, right? It's not like it's not like insult to say that. Like it's not like realistic warfare. Like at the time when I was younger, I thought that's what those games were about. And then I remember playing Metal Gear Solid 3 on PS2, and I remember I was like, okay, yeah, like it is weird, but I guess I didn't realize that until Metal Gear Solid 4. I remember when I played that game, I started understanding like, oh, this isn't like real. Like I know that's stupid to say, but like I've played these games and I always thought they were like Call of Duty, but like third person games. I thought they were just like army games. Like okay, cool. And then yeah, Metal Gear Solid 4 was the one that that really impacted me. Like that game was amazing. Like so much about it was so cool. Like it was a PS4 exclusive, so PS3 exclusive. My fault. And I remember it being a huge deal. And again, at the time, like I knew it was a big deal, but again, I wasn't like super deep into the lore or anything. But I remember the fact that they had like this like little robot that you control, and he was using the PS3 controller, and I was like, this is the coolest shit ever. And his suit that like camouflaged with the environment and all that stuff. The game was great. I don't know if did you play that game at all?
It's the biggest shame because I haven't. Because the PS3 is the only console like I never owned, so I never got to touch that game. But I've looked at gameplay. I've seen Let's Plays or like just clips from that game, and it seems so amazing. Like it seems so cinematic.
Yeah, bro.
It's a shame I never got to touch it.
Yeah, no, it's a weird game too, bro. Like it's just strange as hell because it's just. I remember, yeah, I was watching this shit. It was like these. The graphics were amazing at that time too. Like the shit looked like photorealistic and shit, and I was just like, yo, this shit is amazing. And the ending, there's like the fight you have. It's like a fighting game and shit. Like the boss battle, shit is insane.
Yeah,
you have
like on the oil rig.
Yeah.
It's insane. It breaks a lot of conventions, and from what I've seen, it's extremely dramatic too. It seems awesome. It seems great.
Great game. But yeah, what else would I want to mention with this just little opening section here? So yeah, we talked about his past works and obviously Metal Gear. That's the biggest thing he's really worked on. I actually wanted to talk about Death Stranding. What do you think about that?
Death Stranding is an interesting one.
Okay.
Because on one hand, I like it. It's different. It's interesting. The story is intriguing enough for me to like. I wanted to keep playing. That being said, I didn't finish it, right? So I can't really comment too much about the story because I don't know the whole thing.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I slacked, but
big time.
I liked it. I dropped it, but I liked it. Now that it's coming out with this director's cut, that's what I'll play. That's what I'll finish. Yeah. But I mean, a lot of people. I get a lot of the criticism that's behind it. I understand that it is slow, but I thought it was interesting when I touched on it.
Did you play it on Steam?
Yes.
Oh, that's where you played. Okay. So you didn't play it when it first came out on PlayStation?
No, I didn't get it on PS4 or anything.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Oh, did you ever get that collector's edition? No, right?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
No.
Yeah, no, I definitely. That collector's edition came out or whatever. Obviously, the game came out like November 2019. Oh, was it 2019? Right, it was. Yes. So 2019, that's when the game came out. I'm
All
pretty
right.
sure about that. And then I remember last year, like spring around there, they had the collector's editions for like $70 at Best Buy. And I remember like I'm so mad I didn't act upon it as quickly as I could have. And I was just kind of like, yeah, yeah, I'll buy that. But like I waited a day or two, and like it was no, I didn't get it. Someone in the comments said they got the BB. Yeah, you're lucky, man. Very, very lucky. I
That's
wish,
for,
I wish I was able to have that thing, man. That thing's amazing.
I
But
think it's cool.
yeah, dude. When it comes to that game, that like every year, I always have one like piece of art that I'm like super excited to like consume. I guess like it's either like a movie or it's a game or something. But I always have like on my top of my list. There's something I'm always looking forward to of the year, and that year of 2019 was that game. So, and it was basically obviously because Kojima's working on a new game. Obviously, that's like one of the main parts of it. But the fact that he was able to get as much talent to just like help him at all on this project was just the most intriguing thing of all time. The shit is spectacular. Like there's just so much people in the fucking game for no reason, but it's great. I love it. It's so good.
It
Yeah.
almost felt like a bunch of people in the industry just like supporting him, like and just saying like,
Yeah,
yeah,
that's the thing that I love the most about it because it's just so like you could just tell. Like I think my favorite collaboration of his is Nicholas Winding Refn. Like the friendship he has with him is just amazing, man. Do you know any of his work, Nicholas Winding Refn?
yeah. He correct me if I'm wrong, but
Uh-huh.
that's the driver guy, right?
Yeah, Drive and
Drive, and
Only God
Only God
Forgives. Yep.
Forgives. Correct, yeah. So all that stuff for sure. And then like, yeah, I know he's in Death Stranding. He pops up as a little hologram or whatever.
Yeah.
Or is he an actual character?
Oh yeah, he's Heartman. His character is
Okay, yeah,
Heartman.
yeah,
Yes. So his character is
yeah.
actually really interesting. So he I think he dies every I don't know every minute I think something like that. His heart stops,
Oh,
and then he gets resurrected again. Because I mean I'm not gonna get so deep into the story of of Death Stranding because the thing is really confusing and very outlandish. It's very like I'd say like anime type story. You know like. Yeah, what I'm saying is that wrong to
yeah.
say? It's kind of like an anime, like honestly, like
I don't think that's wrong to say at all.
yeah, it's not like it's not like traditional Western stories. Which again, it's okay to be like that, you know. Like
Yeah,
I get why someone would be like, this game is not that good because they're more fans of like The Last of Us or like other games like Red Dead and things like that. But I do think a game like this on that scale and that budget to be that inventive and strange like that is just it's very endearing and very just strange to see. I just love it.
it's
But
beautiful to see.
yeah, nah, man. And actually, I beat the game and I didn't get the platinum, so I'm probably gonna get the platinum whenever they drop that director's cut or whatever.
Yeah,
But yeah, man, I highly, highly suggest anyone who hasn't beat the game, which totally makes sense because the game is insanely long for honestly no reason, but that's the point, I guess. But yeah, once you experience the entire game, I do think you'd like it more. Like the story makes a lot more sense like once you beat it. So yeah, really good, really, really good.
good. I'm gonna put that on the top of my list now.
Yeah,
I'm
dude,
going.
and you have it on PC, bro. Like, come on, like
Yeah,
you already got the fucking upgrades, right there.
you're
Like,
right. You're right. I just have the PS5 controller, so it'll be like the same thing.
the only thing I will say though, the only thing I will say about this director's cut is that the coolest thing about Death Stranding is that it uses the L2 and R2 buttons. This is obviously before the DualSense even existed, but
Yeah.
I'm just super excited to see what happens with what Kojima's gonna do with the controller in this game using the DualSense. Because for
Oof.
sure they're gonna have adaptive triggers on everything. The only thing is I
Yeah.
don't know if on PC like they would activate that. I'm not sure. I don't think they
They
would.
have for one game before.
So
So
they've
like they've only one, I think, like Metro.
yeah. So Metro Exodus, right? It's called.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
that's the game that has it. So I mean, it has happened before, but I
Mm.
can't. I just can't bet on it because again, there's a lot of games that I know have the feature on PS5, but then when I play it on Steam, it just doesn't have any of this stuff. So I mean, it's unfortunate. It's interesting though. Like I do like. I'm a sucker for like immersion like that. Like just like
Yeah,
anything, audio or even this controller thing. Like this shit, like is up my alley, like straight up. So
absolutely. I mean, the haptic feedback it adds a new dimension, so I definitely understand.
yeah.
I feel like it could be like the triggers could be like, or you could accurately represent tension,
Oh
or the distribution in the weight. So I think it's going to be a pretty cool experience, to be honest, on the PS5.
Yeah, I'm super excited, man. Super excited for this. It comes out, I think September. So that's pretty soon. Very excited about that.
It's close. Yeah.
I was just gonna mention one last thing in this topic about just talking about Hideo Kojima himself. We were talking about Nicholas Winding Refn. I think I've talked to you about this before, but like the cameo that he has in the show, what's it called? Too Old to Die Young.
Yes.
Have you watched that show?
No. I think only 2 episodes. I
Oh.
watched 2 episodes of it, and Miles Teller is the main actor, right?
Miles Teller. Yeah.
Yeah, he was creeping me out, man.
It's a great show.
He was creeping me out. Yeah, you think it's a great show?
Oh, absolutely. Like I think that is literally that show it's amazing, man. I love it. I think it's such a good show. Like if you haven't seen the entire thing, I highly suggest you watch the whole thing. And again, Hideo Kojima's in the show, but he's just a cameo. Like there's a scene where he just cuts someone's hand off, which is so cool. It's just so fucking cool. So
He
there's that
deserves
part of
more
it.
like that. That's amazing.
Yeah. Nah, but watch that show. If I have any moment I have to speak about Too Old to Die Young, I will take my chance and tell you guys to go watch it. Again, it's very much for the people who like untraditional type storytelling. So, yeah. If you didn't like The Last of Us 2, you'd probably not like the show. So,
I'm a peep. I'm
that's
gonna
for
watch
y'all
the
in the
rest.
comments. That's for the haters in the comments. You know how it goes.
Yeah.
All right, we'll talk about the first topic here. So this comes from one of his tweets, which is he was talking about how the director's cut is not something he agrees with calling the new version of Death Stranding. So Hideo Kojima doesn't like calling Death Stranding director's cut a director's cut. So this is from Polygon, the one I have up. But yeah, basically that's all it was. He was just talking about how it should be called director's plus maybe because it's not really a director's cut because director's cuts are like something you save for when like a producer or like there's like some type of budget cut or something like that and weren't able to add like the scenes or any elements to the film or project you're working on and you're finally able to add it to this new cut of that thing. So any opinions on that?
I mean, I definitely understand where he's coming from. And I feel like, in this instance, he's trying to just highlight, it's not that. It's because it was under his creative control the whole time, essentially.
Yeah.
For this game, so I really don't think, he left out anything from anyone from a higher power. It's just something that was just left out. So, I feel him. I totally understand where he's coming from. I wonder how much of it. I don't know. I guess he just doesn't vibe with the word cut, but I understand.
Listen to
I mean,
me.
he should just rename it.
Yeah, no, to be fair, I'll be honest though, like I do think Sony is or PlayStation is just kind of like they're kind of reaching with this whole director's cut because Ghost of Tsushima's having this thing too. I don't know. In my personal opinion, I just think like what's wrong with this using definitive edition? Like why is director's cut the word they're trying to use? Because okay, if I only saw it on this game, it would make sense. Like, okay, this is just like some weird situation. But the fact that Ghost of Tsushima's having a version and this game's having that, I won't be surprised if like Horizon Zero Dawn has one also or something, So I don't know. It's weird.
It is strange. I didn't think about it from that perspective.
Yeah,
Sony and PlayStation, they might just be reaching too far. That's
Yeah,
interesting. Maybe that's why he cut a deal with Xbox, like potentially.
Maybe that might be one of the things. He said, Caleb says he finds the wording strange. Yeah, I agree, man. That I instantly when I saw that, I thought it was weird because I was like, you don't like use that for Death Stranding, right? I'm not nothing against their directors or their creators, but to be honest, do you know who made that game? Probably not. We don't know them by name. Some people may. I'm not trying to talk shit about the guy, whatever, or woman who made the game, but. All I know is that people know who made Death Stranding, and I don't think it's okay to just call it director's cut when it's like Hideo Kojima straight up. We all know that Death Stranding was the way he wanted it to be,
Exactly.
So
yeah,
it's strange. It's strange.
Interesting.
Hanzo says, wait till August. For what? The game to come out? Because, it comes out August 20th. So I'm super excited for that. Very, very excited about that. Just trying to think of anything else here that on this article that caught my attention. But all I will say for sure, like when I saw him tweet this, I was like, you read my mind because this came out after the game was announced and everything.
I see.
Yeah, interesting stuff. Very interesting stuff. All right, so move on to the next thing here. Okay, so I think this is one of the biggest things that has made the internet like freak out, and I honestly, to be honest, like you could call, most people would probably call me a pony, Sony pony and shit. So I get it, like I get why you guys are mad about this, but as a quote unquote Sony pony or a PlayStation fanboy or whatever, I think you guys are stupid. I think anyone who's mad about this is dumb. Like, what is so bad about? So let me just read the thing. I'm getting ahead of myself. Whatever. Let me read the GamesBeat article here. The headline says Hideo Kojima's deal with Xbox reaches key milestone. So there's been huge rumors about Hideo Kojima possibly working with Xbox, which I mean, when I heard it, I never cared. I never had a big issue with it, but people on the internet have started petitions about this thing and are freaking out. And the article I have here is the culprit of it because it seems to be that they're signing a letter of intent or something like that. Is that right?
Yes.
Yes, that's what it is. Okay.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Anything you have on this?
I think this is exciting. I think genuinely this is exciting. I think whenever he gets a new opportunity, it's going to be worthwhile. It's going to be something that's innovative and like from my perspective, like that's what he did with Metal Gear Solid. That's what he did with Death Stranding. He's just like elevating his creation or his style of gaming or his style of game that he wants to create. So with this, like one thing that stood out to me in this article is that the main thing is they want to like flourish his creativity with this new technology with like Microsoft's new cloud technology.
Yeah.
So I think that's interesting. I think that's like there's a lot that can go. There's a lot of areas this can go into. There's a lot of room for potential for both parties here. And since it's Microsoft, we'll get it on PC most likely too. So
no, absolutely,
that's good.
Yeah, no, it's interesting, man. I mean, at the end of the day, we don't know what this deal is. People are just jumping the gun and saying like, oh, this 100% means that this is going to be exclusive to Xbox. I mean, you guys don't understand, like Xbox is a little bit more open with their exclusives and stuff nowadays, so it could still be possible to be on PlayStation, but even if it's not, at the end of the day, I care more about like creative freedom in any platform. I don't care. Like, it does not matter. The platform people play games on or whatever doesn't matter. Listen, if you don't want to have an Xbox, this is most likely going to go on PC, so just play it on PC and just, move on, But it's always good, like you said, to see great creators like this go on to new technology and new fronts and trying different things, because the other big story about this whole thing is that this is going to be a cloud-based game. So it sounds strange. I mean, straight up, like I 100% I could get where a lot of confusion pops up because I'm not really 100% sure what that even means. I don't know if this is going to be a streamed game or is they going to use the power of the cloud, like how they talked about with Crackdown 3 back in the day, like using the power of the cloud to what was it? They said that they're using the engine in the cloud to power the game to have the destruction, all that stuff. Which I mean, we all saw that was a lie, but but again,
didn't work out.
Exactly, yeah. But for Kojima, I could see something actually working out because again, I feel like he has more control, and I guess he has a better vision for these things. But any opinion on this cloud-based thing? What do you think this can be?
Yeah, I mean, dude, like I said, this could be so many things. This could be a signal for some sort of online component, some sort of massive online component. This could be a signal for just a wider ability for objects to be rendered in the world. Like, this could mean a lot of things. This could be crazy. I'm not sure what it would be, but damn, it's cool to think about like all the possibilities. Like, he could really go anywhere with this. And the cloud is cool because the cloud offers, like expanding resources or contracting resources when needed. So depending on where this goes, I don't know.
Yeah, so I mean, I guess a specific question I'll ask you: do you think this is gonna be like a streamed game, or do you think it's gonna be the way of like the Crackdown 3 way, where they're gonna use the components and use the power of like a cloud-based engine to boost your gameplay or something? I mean, what do you think? What do you think is either one of those things?
If I had to pick, I think it would be more in the way of like Crackdown, or like using the cloud, utilizing the cloud in terms of like an engine or in terms of building the game. That's the way I see it. Yeah, I don't really see like a AAA game being streamed becoming a thing, but it's Kojima. I could be dead wrong.
Yeah, I know. I mean, to be fair, yeah, he might just be like straight up like, yeah, nah, I just want to make this game that you guys have to have internet to play. I mean, regardless, if it's gonna be the other way with just the engine, I think it would be a situation where you have to be connected all the time. I will say, like, he kind of used some of that. I guess it's called like asynchronous multiplayer, which is basically how like Dark Souls works, and basically Death Stranding works like that too, where you work together without seeing anyone within your game, but it's using the power of the internet to build the world in front of you. So maybe that's where the idea came from, and that's probably what he's going to build upon. That's just my theory. I mean,
no, you're right. I can definitely see the link between that and it just being on like a wider scale or more, possibly more interactivity. Who knows? But yeah, I definitely see exactly what you're saying. I can see that being a possibility for sure. Yeah. Just more of a developed version of that.
Yeah, exactly. That's the thing is, like, I think that stuff is very interesting when you play something like Dark Souls and stuff. And seeing Death Stranding use that to, like, build the highways and all these things. But I would just, again, like how you said, like, I would love to see a game focusing on something like that. And, like, really utilizing something. And again, Hideo Kojima is someone I would definitely see using this to a great advantage to do something very creative and very innovative. So I'm excited. I can't be mad about Xbox. I can't be mad about Microsoft giving him the bag because Sony did the same thing and no one complained about it. So
no one complained. Didn't Death Stranding come out on like both, on like everything?
Death Stranding was only on PlayStation.
Shit.
How long?
Okay.
Probably like a good 6 months exclusive to PlayStation.
So, and then it went to PC and Xbox, or just PC?
Just PC. Yeah, it's nowhere else but PC.
Okay.
It's a console exclusive. Console exclusives for sure.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, let me see what anyone else is saying on the comments here. Okay, remember people not liking Death Stranding and then all of a sudden brag about Kojima making the game for Microsoft. That is true. I do see the two sides. I seen the X-bots, whatever you want to call them. They were talking shit about Death Stranding and all this shit and saying like Kojima just makes shovelware games and trash and all this shit.
Yep.
And then yeah, exactly. And then now that Xbox and PC guys are going to get this shit day one, basically. Everyone's super excited. They love Kojima. Death Stranding is the best game of all time. All this shit. You know how it goes. Okay, so someone else says he'll make it so the console transforms into Metal Gear. Yeah, that's exactly what's going to happen. Okay. I'm just reading some shit. Some people, they go a little far in the comments, but all right.
That's so funny.
Death Stranding, what a walking simulator to Kojima will make a sucking simulator. I don't know. That's the problem. I don't want to read some of your comments out loud because I don't know what you're saying and I just can't do it. My dyslexia doesn't help with your typing. Sorry, guys. Sometimes I can't read it. Yes, I know it's on PC too. Yep.
Exactly. I'm with Caleb here. No matter what, I'm with Kojima. I like him as a creator. I like him as an individual. If he wants to create something on a new console that he's making, I don't even care. I'll buy the new console. I'll play it.
Bro, right? I'm same thing, bro. So I'm the same, bro. Like literally, they tell me like, hey, it's gonna be only exclusive to this thing. Like let's say Nintendo Switch OLED or something like that. I'll buy one. I don't care. Screw it.
Fuck it.
You'll make do.
Yeah, exactly. It's Kojima. I'm interested in what he has to say and what he's creating. So, yeah, exactly. It doesn't matter where he's at.
Yeah, exactly. So, hey, I mean, I guess that seals the deal on this whole thing. I mean, anyone else has anything they want to really come back at us with, like some hard-hitting, like facts of why this is a bad idea, a bad deal, or something. I mean, hey. Exactly. Man, I get like, would you want to put Todd Howard against Kojima? I mean, do you put Todd Howard against Kojima?
Whoa! Who said that?
Oh, Hanzo.
Yo, Hanzo, that's a crazy question, man. That's a crazy idea.
What do you think about, again, I know this is all about Kojima, but I want to ask you that question. What do you think about Todd Howard? Any opinions on Bethesda and Todd Howard and his work?
It just works. That's what I think about when I think of him. But for real though, on the real, Todd Howard, look, I like Todd Howard. I like him, but
Yeah.
I understand that a lot of his ideas sometimes really fall flat and they don't work out a lot of the time. And sometimes sometimes he straight up lies. Like I've seen video compilations of him just straight up just lying, just making lies about games. So you know, it's weird. You know, because like I like Fallout, I like Skyrim, I like Oblivion, but maybe he shouldn't be saying so much about his games. I don't know. But putting them against each other, I'd probably pick Kojima.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, yeah. I think there's no competition. I do. Again, I love Todd Howard. I think he's a great. I understand a lot of his things have fell through recently in the past the past generation, I'd say, right? Because that's what happened with the whole Fallout 4 was underwhelming. Fallout 76 was a nightmare, almost like, had these people go to jail for lying to people and shit. So
Yeah.
but I appreciate his work he has done prior to that, I guess, for years. I mean, they've what they've done with the open world and the RPG Western front, I guess I'd say, is amazing. It's amazing stuff. Amazing stuff for the 360 era, and to run a game like Skyrim and to run Oblivion, all these things. I understand that games are buggy and all that stuff, but the vision is there, and the impact of those series are very huge. So,
and you can still see it. You can still see the effects of those games today in the video game industry. So, you're
absolutely.
right, for sure.
So, I mean, again, nothing against Todd Howard, but yeah, Kojima for sure is more I guess a conceptual visionary. Like, he's more artistic with the stuff. I think Todd Howard's next game, Starfield or whatever, I mean, I'm excited for it, dude. I'm excited.
Yeah.
And again, that's exclusive to Xbox. I don't care. Like, come on, It is
I don't
what it
care.
is.
I'm excited. I'm excited to see it. But what's interesting is we all have a very unique opportunity to see if Todd Howard is saying the truth this time. We can all see if this game is amazing as he says it is. So
yeah, we'll see. I mean, it gets bumpy. It gets bumpy with the whole engine of I forget what the engine's called, the one they use for Skyrim and all that stuff. And this is supposedly like a moderation of it, but it's not like a whole new engine. I don't know.
Oh goodness. I'm already worried.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough, but hey, it is what it is. I guess other than that, guys, I'm excited for the Xbox game. I'm excited just for whatever he makes, man. That's all I could say. So, yeah, I guess we'll move on from this. But the next topic we're talking about kind of continues this on. And it's more for the people who are on the other side, who are probably mad about this, because this is about the Kojima Blue Box Game Studios conspiracy theory and all that stuff. So, listen, everyone on this channel knows I've talked about this many times, and, this thing keeps getting updated. Different things just keep happening and all that stuff. But I wanted to ask you, anything you know about this? Any opinions? Talk about it.
So the truth is, everyone in the chat and you probably know way more than I do about this.
Okay.
Right, but I do know that this basically stems from PT. You know what I mean? Like from him. Basically, that demo was like that spread like wildfire. I played it. It scared the hell out of me. Like it was awesome. Like it was really cool. It was a really cool experience. It was a really cool place and time. Everyone was talking about it. Literally everyone I knew was talking about it. I swear to God. Yeah. And then it was cool that it was like, oh, it's gonna be Silent Hill. Like this is dope. Like Kojima and Silent Hill. And then it got canned. Is what I from what I understand.
Yep.
Okay, cool. So I know that much. And then now there was this teaser for Abandoned, and people are thinking, oh, okay, this might be Silent Hill, or this might be something related because, Kojima's done this in the past with Phantom Pain. That trailer came out. That threw me for a loop. I legitimately thought that was just another game, and then it was a Metal Gear Solid game. So, I understand why people are like connecting the dots here.
Yep.
But I don't know a lot of the details. I know you guys probably know a lot more.
Okay, so do you know any of the coincidences or any of the things that people are like piecing together? Have you seen any of those things at all?
I heard like someone saw like PT in like a frame of the game or frame of the trailer or something like that.
Yeah.
I know that much. I know like apparently like the studio Blue Box is like based in like Netherlands and like in and it's BB, and people are like tying like BB to BB in Death
Yeah.
Stranding, and
Yeah.
in Death Stranding he had like a Netherlands flag on
Yeah.
his backpack or something like that. So there's a lot of these coincidences or things that people believe are like signs. So I see it. You know what I mean? I understand. I
Yeah.
understand why people are connecting those dots for sure. But that's all I know. I know that the PT
Yeah.
thing, those PT. That's
I
all.
would love to, yeah, I'd love to get into like a lot of crazy things. Again, at the end of the day, listen, right, guys, this is all speculation. None of this is 100% true, and realistically, most of this stuff might just not be real at this point. This really
Yeah.
might be wishful thinking at this point because the news of the Xbox stuff, it's a lot more confirmation and like realistic news versus you know speculation, and everyone on this side of the story with the blue box thing has time and time again, all they do is say no and just keep saying this is not what you guys think it is and all these things. But then when it comes to the Xbox thing, there's so many outlets like reporting on that and saying that's like what it is. So again, this blue box game studios thing, the game that they're going to even show is supposedly, from what we know, is a PlayStation exclusive. So we don't know. What I mean? It's like it's weird. It's conflicting. It's a lot of conflicting things. But just for you, Pedro, I want to just I don't really have a lot to go down with you with this whole thing because it just a lot of it gets crazy. A lot of it gets very crazy. But I'll just give you some basic things. The head of the studio, his name is Hassan Karaman, and one of the big things is that people translated his name from Japanese into Turkish, and then it translates to Hideo. His I think his last name is Karaman translates to Hideo, which is very weird.
Yeah.
That's strange. That's very strange. And then when you get the guy's first name, which is Hassan, and translate that from, I forget how it works. And then from whatever you get it to Japanese, I believe. Then when you get to the Japanese like lettering or whatever, and you translate that to English to like read what it says I'm waiting, and then when you read it all together, it says I'm waiting, Hideo. So it's like, it's weird. And the reason why this isn't something strange and crazy to think about is because he's done the same exact thing with Joachim Mogren, which was the CEO of the other fake studio that he made for the Phantom Pain Metal Gear Solid 5.
Oh my goodness.
So it's like, this is why people are just unrelenting with this whole thing, because it's like, man, Kojima, bro, it's like you brought this upon yourself, and I don't think he cares.
Yeah.
Regardless if this is real or not, I know for sure he loves this shit. Like, this is amazing to him. Like, I think he's happy. Like,
Yeah.
So, any opinions on this?
I think that's insane. I think that's insane. I think that's a really really interesting like thing that people have found. But I don't know. I think something's hilarious though. I can't help myself but like almost die laughing because I'm on their Twitter page right now.
Yeah.
There's like a video of like Hassan saying like, I'm pretty sure he's saying like, hey, this is me.
Oh, bro, you never seen these things?
No.
Oh my god, bro! I made YouTube videos about this stuff, right? And bro, he dropped these videos. I put like scary music behind them and shit. I put like edits with like Jeff Keighley's face and shit. It's crazy, bro. I was messing around with this dude the whole time, bro. My thing about that guy, the Hassan thing, for sure, those videos are pathetic and hilarious, right? It's hilarious as fuck.
Yes.
They're hilarious, right? But the best part about them is that like the guy, the Joaquin Mogren guy he had before was an actor or whatever. And like this guy, he's supposedly like a game dev. But he looks like a fucking model, bro. Like he had like a turtleneck and shit. I'm like, what? Who is this guy?
Yeah, he doesn't look like a game dev. He doesn't fit the bill.
He doesn't fit the bill. I'm sorry. Listen, fashion's fashion. I know people, they look good, but you know what I mean? This guy, he does not fit the bill, bro. He looks off. And then like every video of his, he's like sitting down on the floor in a corner. It's like, what is this?
I just scrolled down further. I saw the one of him in the dark. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Yeah, I'm so glad you get why this is just funny. Like, it's just strange, bro. Like, it doesn't make any sense. It's like, huh? All right. And, listen, right? And the biggest problem, again, because I guess you don't know a lot about this thing, man.
No.
Bro, listen. So what happened was this, right? In April, they dropped that trailer for Abandoned, right? And then when that thing happened, everyone was like, "Yo, this is like a PT thing, blah blah blah." Because again, the trailer looked fake as hell. Like, what is this shit? And then basically, it looked terrible. It looked terrible.
It looked bad.
It looked
I
so
saw it.
bad. The
Yeah.
trailer is terrible, right? But
It
the
looked like
thing,
it was 15 FPS. My bad. My bad.
oh no, you're right, exactly. But the thing is, right? Hideo Kojima has said this when they made the trailer for PT originally, right? When they showed that on stage and stuff with that fake studio, he said he wanted the trailer to look like shit. So it's like these are things that are just like connected to that, and this is why people are saying this. But further than that, right? Everyone's saying this is PT. Everyone's saying it's PT, blah blah. And then they announced like, "Hey guys, we're not working with Kojima, blah blah." They all the same, and they're saying like, "Oh, we're not working on Silent Hill. Silent Hill is owned by Konami, and we don't work with Konami." Like it was like very like, okay, yeah, I guess whatever. And then what happens is all that hype died down. This is in April. And then in June, early June, like when I hopped on this story and stuff, is because, bro, they tweeted abandoned equals starts with S, ends with L, which is like Silent Hill. And then all this stuff came back and everyone came back at them like, yo, this is Silent Hill. And and then they were like, oh no, we didn't mean that. It's like, you know what I mean? It's like when people are already accusing you of your game being a Silent Hill and then you make that tweet, it just doesn't make any sense to me. It's weird, you know what I mean? It's a strange thing. Any opinions on that?
I mean, I'm blown away, to be honest. I'm blown away that there's even more to this and that these guys see I've seen, some of that stuff. I've seen that they've done things like that.
Yeah.
And so my whole thing is they obviously they know that a lot of people are going crazy about this. And
Yes.
they're potentially using that to gain traction on their game that they're developing. So it could be like Hideo's playing a big old prank, right? That's the one thing that people want to happen. They want a Silent Hill to come out, and that trailer hopefully does not look like the game because that looked like dog shit, right? So it's like what everyone is hoping for. And then there's this other side of the spectrum where it could be that very dog shit game.
Yeah.
It could be that game.
I mean, listen, right, I'll say this, right? Let's say this. Let me tell you this one other fact. That game you saw in the trailer is not the game. And they've said this on Twitter, but whatever, it's a teaser, you can say that on Twitter. But the problem is, people found the exact forest on the Unity store, or the Unreal Engine store for $35. So they made this entire trailer for $35. It's just a generated forest they made. And it's just like, all the assets are there. Like, you guys made this in a second. Like, literally, this just screams fake. This just screams like, what is going on, It's just strange stuff, man. It's very strange stuff. And this is an indie studio, and then supposedly this indie studio works with they were talking about they have 50. They said they have 50 employees there or something that are working on the game. And then Jason, you know who Jason Schreier is?
Jason Schreier, no.
Yeah, he's a journalist, basically, an investigative journalist when it comes to the video games. He's into breaking big stories and all stuff. So basically, he heard about the story, and then he had an interview with the Hassan guy, which is crazy. He had an interview with this random again, whatever. So then he had an interview with him, and then the guy mentioned the fact that he's like, yeah, no, actually, it's just me and my 10 friends, and the rest of the people, they work at these studios. And I can't tell you all the studios, but I'll tell you 2 of them. And then one of the studios he was talking about, the studio works with The Last of Us 2, Death Stranding, and huge games that nothing on their resume was anything that was a small budget thing. So that's what also made people very confused of what? And then there's a video on their Twitter of one of the guys who work at the other studio, hey guys, I'm real. It's just stupid. It's just so, it's weird.
It's kind of crazy because now I'm kind of thinking this is just a Hideo Kojima game.
Bro, I'm telling you, bro.
This is insane, dude.
It's weird, bro. It's weird. It's
I'm trying to look up information about Blue Box, and I can't find anything.
Nothing, bro. You're not gonna find anything. And again, Blue Box itself. Look at the logo, right? Look at the PlayStation Studios logo. I remember we talked about PlayStation Studios back in the day. I mean, yeah, it's cool, whatever, right? So you see that logo, the PlayStation Studios logo, and the Blue Box logo. It's the same thing but inverted. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my goodness.
You get what I'm saying there? Same font. It's the exact same font. It looks like the Blue Box Game Studios thing is a parody of the PlayStation Studios.
Yeah.
Weird stuff.
That is weird. My whole thing is like it's like it looks bad, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Possibly on purpose. Definitely understand. Maybe it's not in the game. I got that. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And this studio that comes out of nowhere
Oh.
gets a trailer uploaded on PlayStation channel. It's on the it's on the presentation. It's part of the presentation.
Yep.
The question is how and why.
Yeah. Why? I mean, that's a great question. Is why and then who? Because
Why?
this
How,
blue
why,
box makes no
who?
sense. Who? This makes no sense. Who is Hassan Karaman? No one really knows, dude. This guy and then.
Where's that guy's LinkedIn? We need his
Oh,
LinkedIn.
it's there. It exists and it's bad. Like it's all bad. It's the only person that works at that studio is him, and all the other employees are like stock photos. It's bad. You know what I mean? Like it does not look good for him. It doesn't bode well for him saying that he doesn't work with Kojima or whatever. So
What if it's Silent Hill, right?
Uh-huh.
And that's his last game for PlayStation, and this next one is his Xbox One.
bro,
You know what I mean?
see, I'm telling you right there, what you're talking right now is that they're speaking the language of the people on the internet here. You feel me? That's what they think it is, and that makes the most sense. But
Yeah, it does.
Again,
Because
man.
the alternative does not make sense. Like I can totally believe that this is a mix-up. I can see that happening. I can see a mix-up happening. But what still doesn't make sense, even if it is a mix-up, is that the studio makes no sense. The owner makes no sense, and
Yeah.
the information backing it makes no sense, and the interviews and the conflicting information make no sense. So they might be just like pulling a big old heist on PlayStation. I don't know, but we'll really
Yeah,
have to wait and
it's-
see. And it's just crazy to me. This is blowing me away.
Yeah, man. That's why I was like, yeah, man. Oh shit. I'm happy I talked to you about this because, like, yeah, man. I'm telling you, it's weird. It's weird. And again, I talked to other people about this, and they're less of like Kojima fans, and they just instantly just tell me like, nah, bro, they're just an indie studio. They're just like messing around or whatever. And I'm just like, this is a lot, bro. It takes a lot to mess around like this, you know? It's weird.
Yeah, this is a big attempt. If it's just a bit, this is a big bit. And
Yeah, exactly. This is just a bit. It's like, well, good job. Another weird thing about this is this studio was made in 2015 when Kojima Productions was made, you know? So,
a burner studio.
yeah, exactly.
Oh my gosh.
Ah, man. And then another crazy thing about this is because, you know, obviously everyone thinks it's Silent Hills or whatever, right? So Konami, out of nowhere, 2 weeks ago at this point, they talked about a partnership with Bloober Team. Do you know what Bloober Team is?
No.
Okay, Bloober Team, they're a indie studio that makes like horror games or whatever. They made Layers of Fear. Do you know what that is?
Yes. Okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
the Blair Witch Project game. They made that. They made
Okay.
The Medium. That's the last game they made. Whatever. So basically, they announced, oh yeah, we're making a partnership with them. People kind of knew about this because like the CEO of Bloober Team was like talking about like, oh, we're gonna work on a big franchise, whatever. And then the news came out, and then yeah, okay, it happened, and everyone was kind of mad because like, oh, I guess the Kojima thing's not happening. But then in the reporting of this thing, multiple outlets have said that this is only one of. They're basically saying that there's another Silent Hill game being worked on by a prominent Japanese developer, basically, and they didn't say who it was, and that's all they said. So it's just like that's weird. Like who's that? You know, like who else would be making it? Capcom. Capcom has no interest in making a game like that because they have Resident Evil. You know, they wouldn't be
Yeah.
competing with themselves. Nintendo wouldn't do it. You know, I don't think Nintendo would do it. It leaves up to PlayStation and like something like Kojima Productions or something. You know, what I mean, it's just
Sega, maybe Sega.
Sega. But I mean, come on, man, Sega. Sega. I mean, I don't know, man.
I don't know.
It's just Sega. You know, there's rumors that Sega's gonna be bought by fucking Microsoft and stuff. Like these people are down their luck. You know, what I mean? I don't know. It could be anything, but I don't know, man. It's interesting stuff. I don't see what anyone's saying in the comments.
It's like, before I really didn't believe it, and now it's like, it's a possibility. It's in the cards, I
Yeah.
don't know.
And if you do know, they're going to be dropping a PS5 trailers app, basically. That's what Abandoned's going to be, which doesn't make any sense because what game drops an application to interact with the trailer? The only other time I heard something like that is PT, so that's weird.
Yeah.
That's weird. Like, why would you
Either
do
state.
that?
multiple trailers, gameplay demonstration. So gameplay demo, is that what that means?
Yeah.
Future live events. Live events.
What I don't know what they're
What the
talking.
fuck does that even mean?
Doesn't make any sense. Live events, all these. It's just these people. Whatever's going on is very strange, very very strange. And yeah, man, I'm sorry, but I believe in it. You know, I do think there's something going on here. I can't take it. I think it's harder for me to believe that this is just some indie game being made. That's just how I feel about that. You know.
You know, it would be amazing if we download this and the demo is just PT and it's just
Yeah.
like a 38-minute extension to it. You know what I mean, or like a
Oh.
40-minute extension to it.
That'd be amazing. That's what a lot of people were talking about too. Like the day of, like, so what happened back when this was popping off like crazy? They had the game coming out like on a Tuesday, and then they got delayed like on Sunday. So it was like Sunday. Then they're like, oh well, it's gonna be delayed till Tuesday. Then after that, they delayed it till Friday, and then on Friday, the day itself, at 10 a.m. on the dot, there was a video from, I think it was a video from Hassan, yeah, with him with the white turtleneck on. He's just like, hey guys, we're delaying the app. It's like, what? On the day of? This makes no sense. Yeah, sorry. It's just like, bro, it's fucking weird, bro. Some weird stuff going on. So, I don't know.
So if the demo's good, I'm hyped. You know, what if the demo? Because you know they're claiming it's just 4K 60 FPS. That's what they're
claiming
that's
that.
what that's what they said.
Yeah. And they're talking about realistic graphics and all that stuff. And another thing people are mentioning is like, you know, that's kind of expensive to do as a small indie studio, you know, to really hit 4K 60 and have like realistic, super realistic graphics, how they're claiming they're going to have and all this stuff. I mean, again, it could just be them talking nonsense, but I don't know, dude. A lot of this stuff is just too weird, too cryptic, and, you know, I like it. It's fun. It's weird.
Yeah, and they almost tweet like Hideo does too.
Right?
You know? Yeah.
Right? It's weird, man. It's weird, and like, it's just there's so much that can go down and like keep going on with, because it's like never ending, the amount of weird coincidences and the weird stuff. Like, I'll just give you this one real quick. The Noir Studio, which is the studio I was talking about before that supposedly partners with them, but they're like a huge studio that works with like everybody. They don't tweet barely anything ever, right? Mm-hmm. And before the Hassan guy or Blue Box has ever said they worked with him, they tweeted a blue box emoji. Just they tweeted it. But if you look at where it was tweeted from, it says like something like Mac, I guess from a MacBook or something. But everything else was from somewhere different, like a different location. Everything else was on that one location. That one tweet was somewhere totally different, from a whole different system or something. So that's weird. But the weirdest thing is, you know, Social Blade, right? The thing that like tracks like social media.
Yeah.
So yeah, it holds like statistics and all this stuff, right? If you see, they used to have like around like 700 followers, or they were following like 700 people around that, like around something like that. But when this whole thing was popping off or whatever, like this whole conspiracy was going crazy, they unfollowed around like 600 and something people and only followed 10 people. And 2 of the 10 people they're still following is Hideo Kojima and Blue Box Game Studios. So,
whoa.
Yeah, I mean,
what in the world?
Yeah, you guys could chop it up to whatever you want to do, but that's a official Twitter account. That's not something fake. It's weird. It's strange. It could be anything, but there it is, you know.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, the only outlier is this Hassan fellow. They really, you know, they're really throwing the wrench in the loop with Hassan, you know? Giving this guy a name and a voice.
Yeah, man.
I'm a real person.
Yeah. Have you ever seen the stuff he did with the Moby Dick Studios thing?
No, with the when he was doing Phantom Pain?
Yeah, have you seen any of that stuff?
No, I didn't see any of it.
Bro.
Whoa, I remember cryptic stuff in like the trailer, but I don't remember anything else.
All right, so yeah, they actually had an interview with a guy. He was like, "Hey, yeah, I am whatever." He has like a heavy accent and shit. It's insane. He had the bandages on his face. You know how like in the game you start off with the bandages and shit? It's like that. He's like that. He's like, "Yeah, I just got hurt or something like that." And he's just like having this interview with Jeff Keighley, and it's just like, "Yeah, whatever." And then basically that happens, and then at GDC, Hideo Kojima comes on stage with the mask on, with that thing on his head, And he's just like, yeah, whatever, talking. He just pulls it off, and it's like, it's me. It's insane. Like, bro, it's insane as hell, bro. It's crazy, like crazy stuff. So
He's gonna do it again, dude. He's gonna do it
Yeah.
again. Hassan's gonna be on stage. This is Silent Hill, and then he like out of the blue, like, Hideo Kojima's gonna shoulder check him off the stage, and then he's gonna be like, "It's me."
No, what I want to happen is like it's just like it's clear like an animatronic of this Hassan guy, like it's just like out there, and it just explodes on stage, and like could you come up behind it or something? I don't know.
And then pieces of the explosion are just download codes to the demo.
Everyone in the
Perfect.
audience like yeah, they have guts on their face, like yeah. I like it.
Oh my god! Yeah, that has to happen.
Can't wait.
If the Hassan animatronic doesn't happen,
I don't buy it. I don't buy
buy
Silent Hill. Silent Hill could die, you know. What was I gonna say here? We got Harvey Rock saying, "What's up, everyone? What's up, man? Thank you for coming in."
yeah, Harvey rocks.
Harvey Rocks, you know. Game Hermit 50/50. He says, and they dropped new Silent Hill merch, which is true. At that time in June when this all happening, Konami, you could take it as they were being the, you know, slick little capitalists that they are, and dropped new merch and like were teasing it at the same time. They dropped like a new deck, like a skateboard, and some new clothes, and that had people going crazy. But it's weird. I mean, why would you capitalize on something that you know that's not official? You know, why would you do that?
Yeah.
But hey,
Give people the wrong impression.
exactly.
Not right. That's not correct.
That's not right. But hey, it is Konami. They don't care. They would
Yeah.
not. They do not care about anybody. So.
I'll take your coin happily.
Exactly. And yeah, I guess that pretty much wraps up what I had on the document here. Anything else you want to just throw in, just in general about Kojima himself or Silent Hill? Are you a fan of Silent Hill? Is this something you're looking forward to? Anything like that?
Not even. I've never even touched a Silent Hill. You know what I mean? But I've played PT, so I guess a little bit of like a pre-concept of one. So, it's exciting. This is cool. You know, if it is Silent Hill, that's dope. You know, if it's abandoned, I'm gonna play the demo. I'm gonna see if it's an Unreal Engine game. In 15 seconds, we'll know if it's good or not.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely.
You know, we'll see. We'll see. It's intriguing. And I'm super intrigued. I'm super excited to learn. You know, are you a big Silent Hill guy? Are you hype? You know, are you hoping that it's Silent Hill because you love that?
Okay. So, I guess I would say I do like Silent Hill. I've only played the first game. That's the only thing. Is I've only played the first game. I know everyone loves the second game and the third and fourth. Those are all like pretty well regarded. But I know the second game's like the number one. I mean, to me, I love horror games. I love horror. So I mean, I love anything horror. But I guess the biggest thing for me, I don't really care if it's Silent Hill specifically. It's just that Hideo Kojima making a horror game would be really cool. I guess that's where I land on it more than the fact that it is Silent Hill, because the IP of Silent Hill is like, it's cool, you know, Pyramid Head, the nurses, and the Silent Hill itself is a cool place, and it would be great if he did it. But regardless, if the cloud-based game is a horror game, I would love that too. You know, I'm just excited that he would make a horror game at all.
That would be cool. I agree. I'm with you. Yeah.
So, someone says, Luis asks, would you be going live when the abandoned app goes live? Absolutely. And if my boy Pedro's not busy at the time, he'll hop on too, and we'll just see what happens, right?
Absolutely.
That'd be interesting.
That would be cool. Yeah.
That'd be really cool. Yeah, that'd be fun. I'm really excited, man. I'm super excited about this thing. It's being available July 29th, I believe, to pre-download it. And then on August 10th, it says that's when the introduction will be available of like how to use the app. And it's like, this makes no sense. 11 days for me to see an introduction of how to use the app. Like, why? And then it doesn't say a date for when the actual trailers or events or whatever the hell it's talking about is coming out. So, yeah. Yeah, man.
That's frustrating.
Yeah.
Not gonna lie, but hey.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap up soon, but I actually wanted to ask you one thing because we were talking about the horror stuff. Do you like horror games at all? I don't even know. I
like horror games. I just don't. something about them, sometimes it's too much like an overstimulation. Sometimes, truthfully.
Okay,
But
so they are effective when you play them.
yeah, man, for sure,
Okay.
100%, they are effective. Like, I buy into that 100%.
Okay. Yeah. So are you like not interested in them at all, or like would you play a horror game if you're like, oh, this looks cool? Like, would you actually sit there and go through it, or like you just think it'd always be too much to even like try it?
No, if the concept's really cool, I'm all in. Like Resident Evil 2 remake,
Oh,
that was beautiful.
oh,
Like,
you played that
amazing.
game?
Yeah, I played that. I played the Resident Evil Village, loved it. You know what I mean?
Oh
Like,
yeah.
so
Ooh.
if I'm
Okay.
interested, I'm all in.
Okay.
I'm
Okay.
all in for
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Cool. I did not know you even played any Resident Evil games. That's awesome. That's awesome. Great to hear.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
love
absolutely.
I loved Resident Evil Village, and Resident Evil 2 actually just beat that game this year because I actually played Resident Evil Village first, and then it
Oh,
made me
wow.
go back and like I have to play
Nice.
these remakes, man. Like I have to do because I've always
They're
wanted to.
good.
Yeah, bro.
They're
I
actually
played
good.
2 and 3. They were actually really good. I was like, yo, this is the gameplay wise and just like the atmosphere, the graphics. Like it's just so good. It just feels so fun to play that thing.
Everything's on point. They did that. They did it justice. Truthfully, I just bought 3 on the summer sale, so I'm gonna play through that one too.
Yeah, for sure. The second one is actually better. When it comes to horror, like
Okay.
if you want to be scared, but the third one isn't bad. Like as just like a game, I think it's just a fun like roller coaster ride.
Okay, well that's good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, 2 was definitely good.
I'm gonna read some questions before you head out of here. You can see the guy who made the games is a Turkish guy, who doesn't even closely resemble Hasan Karaman. It's funny how people don't think I'm on the money. Hey Hansel, you might be, you might be on the money. I'm not here to judge you. Uh, Someone Vicious or whatever says, he says, just wondering why an indie game gets an app. Usually indie games get shown on State of Play.
Yeah. No, you're 100% correct. That's very curious too.
Weird. Why?
Weird rollout, weird presentation, making it kind of like a big deal, and then it kind of looking strange. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, weird stuff. Oh yeah, I got another one here from Tim. He says, "Dude, make Silent Hill from 2 to 4 walkthrough until August. That's content for you." I mean, I'll try. I just don't have access to. I can. I gotta figure it out because I know there's like
Might have
a
to emulate it.
yeah, there's something like that, but there's also like some like enhanced version that someone made for PC. But like I have to like figure out how to like get that thing up and running. So I'll love to do it. I'll absolutely love to do it, but we'll figure that out. We'll see. Someone says they adore Resident Evil. I love Resident Evil 2 also. Like, it's a great game. I think it's a great series. I actually fell in love with it more than ever this year, so
Yeah,
awesome.
I can probably agree with that statement as well.
Yeah,
for
really
sure,
cool.
for sure.
Really cool. Sony gave him a way out of Konami. Now he's going to shove it in their face by all of a sudden making the game for Microsoft. Okay. I don't know about that. I don't think that's how I read this, but hey, it is what it is.
Yeah, I think whoever gives basically I don't see it like that. I see it like business. I see it like as a way of creative freedom, new technology. I think it was just a good opportunity for him, most likely more than anything.
Yeah. Well, let's see. Vic again. He says, "Did they ever mention it's a horror game? Only heard it's going to be a survival game. What? Abandoned? I don't. They never said they. You're right. They never said it from what I've seen. But again, the details on Abandoned are very light. They really don't make any sense. It just says, "Hey, it's a realistic survival game where you wake up in the woods or something like that, and you're
Yeah.
looking for your family or like you're trying to survive." I don't know. It doesn't make any
So-
sense.
Just reading the article from the PlayStation blog, it does say Abandoned is a cinematic first-person horror survival
Okay.
shooter
Okay.
set in a highly detailed open-world environment.
So there's your answer. It does say horror. It does say horror. So
It does say horror. Mentions it.
it is. So there's another clue, right? All right.
Yeah.
Hey, this was fun. Keep on going. Yeah. This was really fun. I really appreciate you guys coming out. Very, very appreciate that.
Yep. Yes, bless.
Yeah, but anything else? Anyone else in the chat? Anyone? How about you, Pedro? Anything else you want to say about this?
No, man. I think we talked about a lot. I think this is interesting. I think we're all going to be kind of intrigued for the next couple of months until we figure out what this is, until we can play that demo together and figure out what this is, see what's going on here. So I don't know. It's gonna be fun. This is giving me something to look forward to.
Hell yeah.
It could be disappointment. but it'll be fun in the meanwhile.
Yeah, I'm ready to be disappointed. Absolutely.
At
Absolutely.
100%. Yeah.
Respect for Albert because he's only the one that takes that actually takes a side. Yeah, I mean, I appreciate you for appreciating that. So, yeah, man. Hashtag Team Real. You know, spam in the chat. You know, Hideo
Yep.
Kojima's next game is abandoned. Let's get it.
What if this game turns out to be trash? It's a possibility.
Oh, that'd be great. If it comes out to be trash, I mean, listen, am I talking about it being trash or it being a Hideo Kojima game? You know what I mean? I didn't tell you guys anything.
Hey,
So
I'd be pissed too. But you know what? We got more games. There's a lot of games.
there's
coming
mad
out.
games coming out on Steam, bro. There's a lot of just good horror games, guys, and just there's a whole bunch. I mean, go check them out. Go play Visage. That's a good game. I actually put that on the channel. It's a really fun one. And yeah, if anything, if this isn't real, which I highly doubt that it's not going to be something, Xbox has you guys covered, you know, with this whole cloud-based game. And also, Death Stranding is having a director's cut, so relax. You feel me? Relax. Have fun with that.
True. There's a lot to look forward to, regardless if this turns out to be bunk. So.
Okay, well, it says, will you be going live as soon as the app goes live? Yes, I will. The second it goes live, my finger will be on the pulse to just press go live. You feel me? I'll be ready for that. So, all right, guys. Well, that's where I'm going to wrap it up. Thank you guys so much for coming out here. I like the hashtag Team Reels in the chat. Yeah, if you guys haven't liked the video, make sure you guys give it a like. It really helps out the algorithm, helps out the channel. And if you guys aren't subscribed yet, make sure you subscribe and turn on that notification bell to see when I go live, because obviously I just be going live whenever I feel like. So there's that. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. See you guys on the next one. Bye-bye. Anything you want to say, Pedro? Actually, sorry. I didn't let you get an outro.
It's all good. It was nice chatting with y'all. It was nice talking about this interesting stuff. I hope you guys have a great rest of your week. Take care, everyone.
All right. See you guys. Bye.
Peace.